What is up, everybody on YouTube? This is Stephanie, and it's my first video here on YouTube, and I thought I'd do something really fun that I think would be really beneficial for some of the prospective students to possibly James Madison University, for those who are going to apply next year, to also those who are deciding right now whether they want to go to JMU or somewhere else. So I just kind of wanted to give you all some information about JMU as a outgoing senior, what my experience has been like, and some of the things that I think are really important to look for in schools. I know that when I was starting off in school, I would have loved something like this, but YouTube was not big when I started in school. So to give you a little background on myself, like I said, I'm an outgoing senior at James Madison University in Harrisonburg, Virginia. I studied sociology with concentrations in global and political analysis, as well as communities, social inequalities, and public policy. And for fun, because it was my first major, music is my minor. I was a music education major at first. I changed my major a bunch of times. I'm gonna be real frank with you. You'll probably do that too. And that's okay. Changing your major is super okay. So for me though, sociology became my home, and I still wanted to incorporate music since it's such a big part of my life. It's kind of some of the different organizations I was a part of at JMU. I was, of course, in the Marching Royal Dukes, which is our marching band here at JMU, and they're huge. And by huge, I really do mean they're huge. The band usually is between 450 students to 500. The last time, the main years that they see 500 is when they go to the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade every 5 years. So I got to do that my freshman year in 2013. And it was a blast. I loved it. Some of the other organizations I'm a part of is the JMU Pep Band, as we say there, ho! It's just a thing we do. I was also part of Sigma Alpha Iota, which is a professional music fraternity made of some amazing sisters who do amazing things in music. And you don't have to be a major to be a part of that organization, which I love. Actually, I don't think any of the none of the music organizations on campus you have to be a music major to be a part of, which is really cool. So let's see, what else did I do? Oh yeah, I was a part of the Student Government Association. I had a blast. I loved being a part of that organization. I was actually voted Representative of the Year, and it was just great. I loved it. So that's kind of like an overview. I also did the Student Veterans Association. I was the vice president for them, and I was the president of the Salute Veterans Honor Society. I am myself a veteran, so naturally, that's what I did. I loved it. I loved supporting them and representing them, so yeah. So a little bit of an overview of JMU, because you're looking at JMU, you probably know a lot about us, that we're a medium-sized school located in central western Virginia, which is right over by the border of West Virginia and Virginia. We're located in the Shenandoah Valley, and the Shenandoah National Park is right by. It's absolutely gorgeous here. The view of everything is beautiful. Honestly, and anywhere surrounding the area is really pretty too. I'm from Southwest Virginia, so just right down the road, and we're by the AT, so I'm used to mountains. It's just one of the drawbacks of JMU is that we are located in the mountains, which means that everything's on a hill. And it's a lot colder there than in other parts of that part of Virginia. But not like significantly colder. It's just because of the wind. Because we are located in between two mountain ranges, like JMU itself is located right in between two mountain ranges, we get a lot of wind. We're a very windy area. Not the Windy City, but basically the Windy City. Yeah. So like I said, we're a medium-sized school. The teacher to student ratio, I'm not really sure what it is, because honestly, it's different with every single class you're in. Obviously, the major classes are a lot smaller than the general education courses, but, you know, you'll get to know your teachers either way. You may not in your general education classes, but definitely for your major classes. You will get to know your teachers there, and it won't matter so much how many students are in there. The professors make a conscious effort to get to know their students, and I think that's something very unique to JMU, because I haven't heard from other people that they necessarily have gotten to know every single one of their teachers they work with in their major. But if you really get to know the teachers at JMU like you make an effort, they're going to make as much of an effort, and they're going to try even if you don't want to. So they want to get to know you. I'm trying to think about some things. I don't have a YouTube page really up. I mean, like I said, this is going to be my first video, so I don't really know what to talk about really. But I guess one of the biggest things I'd say about JMU that's very unique and different from a lot of colleges is the fact that you can get really involved in campus and on campus and out in the Harrisonburg community and it have nothing to do with your major. But you can still do a bunch of things with your major and really love and enjoy that. Lots of research opportunities with your major, don't get me wrong, but sometimes you want to break. You want to do things that you love and appreciate. And so, like for me, my major is sociology. I did an independent study for my honors thesis capstone project. And for me, I spent a lot of time on my thesis, a lot of time. So I really enjoyed having those outlets of going to the Student Government Association or, you know, doing stuff with Sigma Alpha Iota and doing music things, because that really made me kind of have a break from that research heavy basis. And that's the cool part, is you can really do all sorts of kind of stuff beyond your major. Some of the other things I can think of right off the top of my head that makes JMU unique, the student body is very, very much so spirited. We have this thing when you go on JMU's campus. If you've gone to a tour, you would have heard this. If you haven't gone to a tour, you haven't heard this yet. So you're going to get your first lesson on it. We do this thing where someone will scream out, JMU, and everybody in response will go, Dukes. And if you don't do it, you just look like the oddball out. Just kidding. We'll love you either way. But one thing that you want to do is be really spirited. And we have an incredible football team, as many people know. Well, I mean, are they the best in the world? No. But to me, they're the best in the world. And we actually had a bunch drafted for the NFL. So we also have an incredible, and I mean incredible, women's basketball team. I love them. They're an incredible team, and being in the pep band, I got to watch them a lot, and they just love what they're doing. They're not the aggressive players, they're the team players, and you can tell, and it translates into what they're doing, and it's great. I would say too, like any of these sports that we have at JMU, they really try to get the best athletes, if in the sense of that are academically sound as well as good people. It's not to say we don't ever get some bad eggs. We do, because that's anywhere you go. But JMU makes a conscious effort to make stuff like that happen where it's a good team that's enjoyable to watch too. If you are a sports person and you didn't necessarily want to go for college sports, you can still do club sports, and club sports are really big on campus, and I mean big. They're a big deal. People love them. So, you know, you can get involved that way too. Say you're not musically inclined, that's okay. There's also, say if you don't like sports, you don't like music, you just kind of like chilling out, and you like anime, we got an anime club. My boss is actually one of the founders of the anime club on campus. He told me all about it. I'm not an anime fan. I think you knew that. I like hearing about JMU prior to me going there. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing that you have to remember when you're looking at what college you want to go to is how you feel you'll fit in there. Yeah, the feel of the campus is important, but I'm going to be honest with you. That's not always going to be there, that feeling you get. Some days I walked on campus and was like, you know what? I am just done. I'm tired. I don't want to be here. I don't want to look at this bluestone no more. What really kept me going was the people and the friends I made, and the organizations I was a part of. And there's something, and I do mean something for everybody. We have, I think it's like, gosh, some 160 clubs or something like that, clubs and organizations. And even if you have something you like and there's not a club or organization, you can start one. So there you go, and you can be a founding member. I was a founding member of the Salute Veterans Honor Society chapter at JMU, so I know what that's like to have that feeling of excitement because you got to be a part of something new on campus. So, you know, if there's something you like and there's not a club, don't fret. You can just create one and then put yourself out there and see who wants to be a part of it with you, and I guarantee you people do. Really, that's all I got. That I just wanted to share this with people so they could see kind of more information about JMU. If you'd like me to do something else involving JMU or college related, or if you have more questions about JMU and you haven't decided yet whether it's for you or not, just leave a comment down below. Let me know what you'd like to see or your questions you have, and I'll do the best that I can to answer them. For now, that's all I got. I hope you enjoyed my very first video. I don't really know what I'm doing. The edit's probably going to be terrible. I'm probably just going to put it on there. We'll see how it goes. It was good talking with all of you all, and I hope that those who are looking at JMU as a college or those who are deciding whether JMU is a college, I hope you come to JMU. I will not be there because I'm graduating, but a lot of my friends will be. You know, if you choose that to be your life, get involved. Definitely get involved in your first semester. That's so important. It's going to help you with your transition into college. It is very different from high school because you're not going to be doing as much, so you want to keep yourself busy those first couple of weeks to get yourself really acclimated and adjusted, especially if you're dealing with homesickness. So, you know, just leave a comment below if you have any more questions, and go Dukes!